For weeks, we've been wondering just what it was that a private investigator named Steve Fisher found inside David's home when he was given access last October. The PI reported seeing, quote, items you would expect to find on a farm rather than in a home in the Hollywood Hills. And today, we are learning about one of those items.
After investigators uncovered fresh evidence inside David's home, news of his arrest finally hit the public, and it spread fast. Reports stated that a private investigator discovered an incinerator inside the property, a machine capable of reaching temperatures as high as 1,600 degrees. That detail alone raised eyebrows, because this type of equipment is usually seen on farms, not in residential areas.
Hey guys, I know I haven't posted on this account in a little minute, but I just had some words to share with you for 2025. Despite all the craziness that's going on, all the turmoil, the natural disasters, the pain and things like that this year, I just wanted to tell you guys not to be discouraged and not to lose hope and not to turn your face from God in these times of evil. And then it seems like just at the start of the year, it's literally January, and all this stuff is happening. It's like the most insane, it's February now, but it's the most insane start to a year that I've ever seen. But God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. So keep that sound mind, 2025. Stay prayed up.
What makes it even stranger is that Los Angeles residents aren't allowed to own this kind of incinerator without a special permit. Because of that, sources close to law enforcement reportedly believe that the famous artist David could be arrested heading into 2026 in connection with the passing of Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
Know who that person is, and do you believe that is the person that moved the Tesla?
So I definitely know who moved that Tesla on that late July before they went on tour. I can't say who the person, and I don't mean I can't say but I don't know who exactly was in that house, because it's just a report, but there's video, but you can't make a person out. But somebody was in the house, and being that there's only one key, it's like, okay, who had access at that time? So is it the same person that moved the Tesla? Was another last part of the plan about to go in motion as far as getting rid of her? I don't know.
But the real shocker isn't just the machine, it's where it was found, and that's what cracks this case wide open. Investigators believe Celeste had been staying at David's second property, a location known for offering way more privacy. That detail led to another discovery showing David recorded a video at his other home in February 2025, a time when detectives believe Celeste had already been gone for weeks. Around that same period, David reportedly leased a new red Tesla and stopped driving his black one, a move that immediately caught investigators' attention.
For quite some time, a lot of people were curious as to when she could have passed away. If she passed away at the beginning of 2025, why did she only just start smelling in September of 2025? Well, according to what we are hearing from sources close to LAPD, it seems as if Celeste Rivas Hernandez was actually frozen for a period of time. Freezing up would preserve that for an extended period of time, and it seems as if she was removed from being in a frozen state and put in David's Tesla. And because of that, the medical examiner is likely not going to be able to determine a CO.
When authorities confirmed the exact recording date of the video, it lined up perfectly with the timeline they believe marks Celeste's passing. Detectives now see that video as a possible reaction to what happened. He never mentions Celeste directly, but the tone, the energy, and the way he carries himself have people saying everything feels off. As David keeps pushing the idea that people should stop speculating, the situation only gets more interesting. According to reports, David is allegedly not cooperating with investigators in the passing of Celeste, and detectives have now identified a second suspect in the case.
No, out of all times for this to happen, as discovered in his car, after she's been identified, for there to be a potential swatting incident where somebody calls 911 with a fake allegation, a fake crime for their property, out of all people, out of all times, it's weird.
Well, it's weird, but it doesn't necessarily surprise me, because this case has taken on national significance in terms of people paying attention to it. And there are bad actors that understand how to bring somebody by way of swatting. So somebody called the 911 system down there. They found the address online and were basically made up a story for the cops to go there. And then they went in, and fortunately the police were very professional, and they were able to immediately understand that it was a swatting incident and it wasn't a legitimate call.
Even with that development, David is still considered a person of interest, which instantly sent the internet into theory mode. That's where his friend Neo enters the picture. Starting around July 21st, Neo and David were seen together nonstop on Instagram. One photo showed them posted at a house party, and older posts quickly resurfaced, sparking rumors that David may have had a close relationship with Neo. Other images showed them recreating the iconic Titanic pose, lying in bed together, and appearing inseparable, which only added more fuel to the chatter. To be clear, reports stress that none of this proves guilt. But based on recent investigative findings and David's social media activity, some believe Neo could have been the last person driving the Tesla.
Do you have any indication about where David is right now?
I don't. I have no idea. And it's kind of bizarre because his group has stayed so silent. What's left of his group, I guess. And I'm not even sure the conversations that the owner did have with his management in breaking that lease. I'm not even 100% sure his management knows at this time where he's at. I think his attorney might be the only one, and his parent.
What made things even louder is that Neo suddenly wiped his Instagram clean of David and no longer follows him. Now here's where the theory gets darker. Some believe Celeste may have witnessed something serious involving David and that he feared she could expose him. Others say she could have spoken out about knowing him for years. Then things took a weird turn when TMZ reportedly published a false update about the case. Celeste was reportedly found frozen inside David's car, a detail that immediately complicated everything. The medical examiner stated that this condition could make it nearly impossible to determine an exact cause of passing. Even so, police still consider Celeste's passing to be foul play, and legally, an arrest can still happen even if the cause isn't fully confirmed, which sent online creators rushing to break down the case.
You know, transferring these assets in the middle of an investigation, as opposed to 2 years ago or a year ago.
Right.
Could a court look at this and say, this was a deliberate attempt to, what you say, concealing assets, and they could breach it, they could pierce it, they could say, even though that you've transferred this into your mother's name, that was invalid. This is a way for, let's say, a plaintiff who sues him, or let's say in a criminal judgment to pay that fine. Can a court look at that and say, even though you transferred it, it's still open season on those property?
Yeah, this is what's so puzzling about this. It is a very basic premise of law throughout the country that you can't transfer assets after the event happens that would otherwise trigger collecting on those assets. So we have rules in different states. Sometimes they're called fraudulent transfers. Sometimes they're called fraudulent conveyances. There's a lot of different names for them. But the crux of it is you cannot transfer assets.
The theory spread so fast that authorities were forced to step in and shut it down, officially calling it false. But instead of calming things down, that move triggered even more evidence to surface. Reports claim that on the night of December 30th into the morning of December 30th, 2024, David and Celeste were together in downtown Los Angeles, where multiple public photos were taken. On top of that, investigators uncovered suspicious images inside David's camera roll. Police also began questioning whether a shed tied to the property could be the location where something went down, as evidence continued stacking up.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, so the plan is hopefully this music thing takes off crazy next year.
Why is he saying, why are you saying that like you're not like up there?
Well, I'm not there yet, but hopefully it's like even crazier next year. And then I go on crazy year after year for the next 3 years. And then on the 4th year, I retire. And on the 5th year, I'm off the grid, living somewhere like on an island with this crazy crib. No social media, no digital footprint. I'm just gone. I'm just gone. In 5 years, I'm gonna be gone.
Will you still remember me?
Yeah, bro. You'll have like the secret codes to the mansion.
Yeah?
You can pull up on every.
What's the secret code? Give us the first 2 numbers.
Absolutely
of the secret.
not.
Then came a move nobody expected. On September 18th, David transferred his Texas homes into his mother's name. And shockingly, that happened the same day Celeste was officially identified as being found in the Tesla. Just 1 day earlier, police executed a search warrant at his Hollywood Hills rental. And on that exact same day, a false emergency call reported a passing at one of his properties. When officers arrived, they were met by David's parents, who said his younger siblings were upstairs and safe. Investigators now believe someone filed that fake report to figure out where David was hiding, and many see it as a warning shot for what might be coming next.
Basically, an agent of chaos and kind of my alter ego. And the story of the manga went like I was a detective and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, kind of like Fight Club with Tyler Durden. And he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as the detective. So like when I was as the detective, I'd be like solving that I'm committing myself. And it was like a cool little story. I didn't think anything would come of it. Like it was in the vault.
If investigators end up proving David was directly involved in her passing, they're expected to come at him full force. No shortcuts, no special treatment. The problem is, nobody actually knows where David is right now. He's gone quiet, staying off the radar, and his current location remains a mystery. What really set alarms off is the timing of David transferring his house into his mother's name on the same day Celeste was found. Legal experts quickly stepped in and explained why this move looks bad. According to one lawyer, if David is found guilty, authorities can legally reverse that transfer and reclaim the property. So even if he thought he was being slick and shielding his assets, that move likely won't save him in the long run.
Wait.
Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which
that.
one? What's good, David? Big fan. Inspire me. Oh, thank you. Mitchell.
I gotta sound with him if you even.
Are
We need to delete this.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?
Online sleuths didn't stop there. People began digging up old interviews, and suddenly certain comments hit different. In one older clip, David said he wanted to disappear and live on an island without social media in 4 years. What made it strange is that he wasn't asked about a specific timeline, yet he locked in on that exact number, which now feels oddly precise.
I just want to clear up the stuff from 2023 was not about the Celeste girl that was obviously recently in the news. It's nothing to do with her. I didn't know about her. I didn't know she was... I maybe heard her name once or twice. I had nothing to do with her. The stuff I have from 2023 was nothing to do with Celeste. These were other girls that had claimed David had messaged them or had, relationships with them. And I want people to know that in 2023, I did try and bring the situation to light. And a lot of people remember, I was having a lot of... It got so bad that David's legal team had got in contact with me to remove everything. I've attached an email here that I received from his team in 2023. And basically they removed my song with David from, streaming services because apparently I was spreading misinformation. The thing is, after that, I got in touch with David and I was like, yo, are the claims true and all of this? And he was like, he literally said, I've got it here. He said, no, it's just some people trying to get clout. There's no evidence and stuff. After that, everything was shut down. Everything, no one else came out after that.
Then things got even messier after photos resurfaced, showing David wearing a wig similar to one Celeste had worn at a different time. The image came from an anime convention, and while David has always leaned into anime culture for creative inspiration, critics weren't buying it this time. David later claimed he uses an alter ego in his music. And instead of clearing the air, David made a move that nobody saw coming. After one old clip went viral and clearly rubbed him the wrong way, he tried to shut the noise down in the strangest way possible. Rather than addressing the rumors head-on, David allegedly jumped on Fortnite using a random account, almost like a distraction play. Things got even louder when attention was drawn to it, with people saying, "If you're wondering where David is, he's lurking and playing Fortnite." Once users searched the account, they noticed the profile had been active, playing multiple matches within the same hour. His name was trending. That didn't sit right with a lot of people. Fans who were still holding on to hope that David was innocent couldn't wrap their heads around it. To them, it made no sense that he would stay silent publicly, but be active in a game instead.
Yeah, that's order.
Why you look good?
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
W's in the chat, man.
One fan summed it up perfectly, saying there's no way that should be his first response if he has nothing to hide. If he was innocent, people felt he should have handled this way differently. So far, no arrest has been made, but behind the scenes, things are clearly moving. David's manager has already been brought into court and questioned about everything surrounding the situation. Officials haven't revealed what the questioning involved, but many believe it's a sign that something bigger is coming. Another key detail surfaced involving the last time Celeste was reportedly seen in public. If the footage is accurate, she was still alive on June 20th, 2024, spotted backstage at a David concert with his brother, wearing Hello Kitty sandals. Those sandals matter because they're the same shoes she was reported missing with. And finally, a resurfaced live stream from January 11th, 2024 shows David and Celeste together, where David is heard telling the moderator to delete all videos and clips once the stream ends. People are shocked that David was never fully exposed for hanging around Celeste earlier, but there may be a clear reason why it stayed quiet for so long. Years ago, someone who used to work closely with David tried calling him out for interacting with fans in a way that wasn't appropriate or professional. That person later clarified it wasn't about Celeste and involved someone else entirely, but it still highlighted a troubling pattern in David's behavior that now feels impossible to ignore. The biggest reason the story never fully broke, though, comes down to one thing: David's legal team. Sources say they stepped in fast and forced him to stop talking, effectively shutting everything down before it could explode publicly. But this is where things get really strange. More recently, David was seen on stream at an arcade with someone named Celeste again. At first glance, she looks very similar and even shares the same name, but she is not the person who went missing. This is reportedly a different Celeste, someone David only became friends with this year.
Crashing. Where'd it go wrong? Ghost. Where did you go? Afterlife?
That twist raised serious eyebrows online. Many people now wonder if David intentionally brought this new Celeste into the spotlight to confuse the narrative and blur the timeline of the disappearance. What made it even more suspicious is that she was wearing the exact same GAP sweater shown in the missing person poster of the other Celeste, a coincidence that feels way too convenient for comfort. Many believe David tried to confuse everyone into thinking it was the same Celeste and that she was safe, but that plan didn't hold up for long. Academics and analysts started breaking down David's song titles, and looking back now, a lot of them don't age well at all. The patterns, the wording, the timing, it all started looking ugly fast. Then a clip resurfaced that made things even worse. An old TikTok posted earlier this year shows David cleaning a pair of Celeste's shoes. Investigators and viewers believe the last pair he cleans in the video are the exact same shoes Celeste is seen wearing in the left side photo that's been circulating everywhere. That moment alone sent shockwaves across the internet. The pressure finally pushed Celeste's brother to speak out publicly for the first time. In an emotional message, he wrote, "Why are people lying, saying that I knew more? I didn't. I don't know why people are lying and trying to make me look bad. Celeste did nothing but love me. I was one of the only people she loved. I never knew anything until the last time she left." Those words hit hard and shut down a lot of reckless rumors instantly. This case is still unfolding and nothing feels settled yet. If you want to stay updated on everything coming next, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think is really going on, and I'll see you on the next one.